your land of America. What's going on? What's crack-a-lacking out there? What's up, baby girl?
Hey, I hope everybody figures it out. We had to start over with the video and start a new one. So we'll figure it out. We'll catch you up. Hopefully you've jumped on and you're here with us now. Sorry about that. You make one little
So,
mistake in the setup and the thing throws a fit. It really does.
yeah, well, baby girl, we're still learning, right? We're still
Yep.
learning. We're still learning
We're still
and
learning.
growing. And, yeah, and we're learning how to do this stuff and taking it one show at a time, folks. You know, if you guys like hearing the truth and getting the real deal from solitary confinement and behind the corrupt walls of CDCR, hit the like button and subscribe and share my shit, man. Pass it around.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, shit. That's how we're gonna make a difference. We stay on it.
Yeah.
In it. And,
yeah. It's really the only way, I think. You know, it's somebody got to do it. I mean, fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm. And
yeah.
You know, we got a lot of reasons to be the ones doing it too, don't we?
Yeah, man, you ain't lying, baby girl. It's just something else, man. I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone or a fucking bizarre land of screw scoops. A bizarre land of screw scoops. Oh my god, damn.
It is absolutely.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Sonny says,
you hit the bottom.
Sonny says hello. Tim says hello. And I got your email, Tim, and I fixed it. And I'm going to have to go back and make changes because I put links to a video that is never going to exist. So.
You know, Tim, bro, I hope you're well, Sonny. Tim, you already know, girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just when you think you hit the bottom of the barrel, boy, the fucking barrel bottom's open up and you just drop further.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one of them things. It seems like it's gonna stop, but fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I mean, baby girl? It's fucking something else.
Oh yeah, it is. I've been putting together a letter in my head. Paul G says good evening, everybody. Hello, Paul G. Thanks for showing up.
What's up, Paul G? I say mine to you, bro.
Impromptu.
Hope you're well.
Who? They said it was a little impromptu.
Oh, okay.
This particular show because I don't know. We feel like we have a lot to talk about.
Well, not only that, I don't know what's going to happen by the end of the week, you know, and I could be here today, gone tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it's at. But I'm hoping they stick to the policy and the rules. You know, the rules and policy are if I have a court date within 30 days of today, they can't take me, you know, until that court date's done and over with. But knowing these people, there ain't no rules, there ain't no policies for these sorry fucks, you know?
No, rules for me, but not for me. Yep.
Yeah, that's how it is. They write these rules, and then they don't follow. You know, or they got them, you know, they fucking come up with these damn policies and shit, and then they break them and they shit on them, they stomp on them, they don't uphold shit. Mm-hmm. Unless it suits their agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And you can bet that there's an agenda at foot, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's an agenda afoot. Right, baby girl?
Absolutely. You know it, and you know it.
Hey, so I was reading this motion earlier, right, baby girl, from my lawyers. It says defendant Brant Daniels reply motion to the government's opposition of his vacate motion of plea bargain. And my lawyers my lawyers hit something really hard right here, man. I want to read it to y'all, and I think I might have read it to you already, baby girl. But it says, based on the representations by both sides of counsel, my attorneys and the prosecution, Mr. Daniel reasonably relied on information from both sides counsel in deciding to plead guilty. See attached declaration of Brant Daniel to expedite his transfer to federal prison to obtain better medical care. Mr. Daniel waived his right to a pre-sentence report and was sentenced immediately. Nonetheless, Mr. Daniel remains in state prison today more than 10 months after sentencing, with no reason to believe he will ever be transferred to federal prison. An illusionary promise is no promise at all. And this is what the judges say in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals about this type of shit. We are loath to assume that a defendant surrendered a panoply of constitutional rights in exchange for meaningless and valueless promises. So, in these circumstances, the court should hold the government breached its agreement to take the appropriate actions and have Mr. Daniel transferred to federal prison. So, that's just something I seen in my motion. I wanted to share with you guys because, I've been straight up with y'all, and I'm fucking letting you guys know as I go along as well. All my entire plea agreement and shit like that, I fucking took the advice of my counsel, and I took it, on both sides, because I'm sitting in court, and I hear the prosecution promising, this, that, and the other, and I don't know if you guys know, but when you take a deal, or you get found guilty, they do what you call a pre-sentence report by the probation department, and that can take up to 12 weeks. So, the prosecution was in on it that I waive all that so they can hurry up and get me to the feds promptly. And, I can get the medical care I was needing, man. I was in pain constantly. I was in bad pain.
They're withholding it too because you were in state custody.
Yeah, right. They were withholding it, man, and so I wanted to read that to you guys, man. Because I relied on both sides, and my counsel relied on them people upholding their truth, upholding their part of the bargain, and thought they were being truthful, But I guess they weren't. I'm sorry, motherfuckers. They weren't being truthful at all. And, that's in a federal court, man. Because you only imagine what happens in the state courts. It's just probably ugly as hell. I know it's ugly. Right, baby girl?
Right. Yeah. We got Garrett Johnson in here saying buenas noches, fellas, and hola, señoritas, scoops. And he also said exchange.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Garrett, buenas noches, amigo mío. Ojalá que todo esté bien para usted siempre. Y mi gente que habla español allá en el mundo, que les saludos a ustedes siempre. Estoy bien aquí, nada más. Estoy vivito y coleando con mis pies arriba, esperando a ver lo que pasa mañana por la mañana. Okay. Thank you, baby.
Okay. He also said upholding their sworn duty, and You know, folks, I want to apologize in advance because my little squeaky puppy is not happy that we're doing this 2 days in a row. He usually gives us an hour of silence and then he starts having his tantrum, but he's having his tantrum now. He got everything he needs, but he's still
throwing a puppy fucking fit, man.
Yeah.
He's over there stamping his feet like he's a bull. I don't want to say the word, because if I say the word, he's going to go crazy.
Yeah, don't say that word, but no, he's
No,
just...
I ain't going to say it, girl. I'm not going to say it. But, yeah, folks, when you're fighting these...
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Huh.
When you fight these prosecutors and shit, man, you hope that they keep their word, but... they can't even keep their word nowadays. Let me call back, baby girl.
All right. Yes, Paul G, he loves hanging out with us, but he also likes being the center of attention, and he likes to be able to smell who's cool and who's not. I have literally had this dog grab people by the sleeve and take them to the door. So he's a funny guy. He definitely is a funny guy. All right, come on. All right, he's calm.
For using Global Tel Link.
And you're back.
I'm back, baby
You're
girl.
back.
You know it. Back is SAC. But yeah, it's definitely I can't help but reread this shit, man, because it's like, man, just grant my motion and let's go to trial. Let's get this shit on, man. Take it to the box, you know. Let's do it right. Let's do it right.
But then if you win, and then what? You're back.
I know.
Back in CDCR. How's this gonna?
Well, again, sometimes it's that weird shit. Like a short-term win is a long-term loss. A long-term win is a short-term loss. It's a weird situation, and like I said, man, I'll deal with it when I cross that bridge.
Well, you know that
right now, one step at it.
That question was rhetoric because we have many irons in the fire. Many irons.
Oh yeah, many irons in fire. We got you. You know, in this life, you gotta have many irons in the fire going at once, hoping one comes through. You know, it's the truth. But so real quick, this guy Ron Broomfield, right? Check this out. And I want to show y'all something that he's got on his website of CDCR. That he has only been working for CDCR, the Department of Corrections, since 2017, right? And he goes on to say that he's an advocate for social justice and equality and prison reform. Stop there. So he's an advocate for social justice and prison reform. Now,
honey, before you get into it too far, can you maybe help the listeners understand what his position is there as DAI?
Okay, DAI, he's the head of adult institutions for prisons, the adult institutions. And he is McCumber's right-hand man, basically. So, that's really all I know about the position. He grants and denies whatever happens in the prison system. He has to answer to McCumber. And then McCumber answers to the governor. And so, that's all I really know about that position. And he's the head of DRB, Department Review Board, that oversees us, and when we go up, when we get fucking put in a hole and the institution make a decision, so they send it on up.
And DRB is a part of the Ashker settlement. It didn't exist before Ashker settlement, correct?
Right. And it was parole board. See, a parole board is, when you go up in front of them for a parole date, but this is a different type of board that was created. If I remember right, don't quote me on this because I don't know if they've been around before Ashker. And in fact, I think they might have to some degree in order for hard cases to figure out, especially for the high-profile cases, like the celebrities and shit like that, and, like to figure out what to do with them when they come to prison. I'm not too sure. But, and DRB for the safety and security concerns was created when this procedure was created when the Ashker settlement got put into law. And so this guy Ron Broomfield says that he's a advocate for social justice and prison reform. Now, how can he be an advocate for social justice and prison reform and then screw me so hard I don't have no outlets of rehabilitation no more and no outlets of reformity no more? I don't have much anyways. Mine is my wife. Mine is my wife and my visits with my wife and my mom, and when she can make it up here. And that's my reform right there. That's my peace of mind. And transfer me from Folsom to Corcoran, a 4-hour drive from my mother in a wheelchair, and a additional 4 hours for you one way, 7 hours total for you, or 8 hours. And it's like, how is any of that reform or social justice?
Well,
right?
And I'm having a hard time taking trips like that anymore. That's just taxing on a lot of my health.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
It is punishment. There's not a single thing they do to this man that does not affect me. And for them to say that these decisions that have no effect on me is gonna be
that's crazy.
Is gonna be the core of my letter.
Crazy.
I promise you guys, once I get this letter written, I'll share it with you. You see the kind of rage I bring to these people, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's very ridiculous, man. And you can't be. I mean, this guy's saying one thing and he's doing another, and so let me go on. It says that he came into the system in 2017, and he was chief deputy warden at San Quentin before he became the warden from 2017 to 2020, and then 2020 to 2023 he became warden. Well, what it seems to me, this guy just stepped into administration role from the get-go. And I found out earlier that he's never had boots on the ground inside of a prison to walk into tears, working with convicts, starting at the bottom, climbing the top of that tree. That he came in at the top of the tree, period. And, he's one of them corporate guys. It's a corporate thing for him. And he just looks at it like a money move and a stick-it-to-him move, because I won't debrief. And,
I don't even believe he knows what that means. That's the funny part.
Right. And he's relying on the OCS dude that was sitting there to tell him what it means, I'm sure, if you don't know. And then the OCS has a straight-up agenda like you wouldn't believe. They're the ones that makes one snitch into 6 different documents. One snitch, they gave me 6 fucking documents, 6 different confidential disclosure forms over one fucking snitch, folks. One snitch. They went back to 6 times on bullshit, and that's how they, that's how they fulfill their goal and their agenda right there.
And they fluff
Instead of
cotton.
And now see, this is what Claudia Wilkins said. They made 1 into 6. What she said, that should be considered one source. Because it is one source. One source, period. But they made 6 different sources out of one. And, that under her ruling, that's not supposed to happen. But now that, that 9th Circuit Court of Appeals kind of fucked shit up, it's like they got a license to fucking kill a motherfucker without any oversight on these courts. But, like I said yesterday, man, there is some type of minimal oversight that is supposed to be going on. And minimal. And if my case don't fit that bar, doesn't come to rise up to that bar, then that shit's a joke. That shit's a joke, girl. And it really is, right?
Absolutely. Paul G wants to know, is there a reason why they want you in Corcoran instead of any other prisons? Yeah.
Yeah. Retaliation, bud. Corcoran is notorious for retaliation. Paul G. And in fact, my lawyers had sent a letter to the head of Sacramento and a warden recommending against ever sending me back to that prison for that very reason, and the mere fact that that's where my heart condition, started at, was that place right there. And it's just a nasty roach infested spot, man. It really is. And so my attorneys had sent a letter asking them not to do that.
The fact
and they didn't give a fuck about that either.
Honey, the fact that your attorneys and the warden and other people recommended that you don't go there, and this fellow Broomfield gave you no other options, says to me that there's something seriously wrong with this person in power who wants to do some sort of sick, thoughtless, inhumane decision. Is dooming you. I mean, come on. Who is this guy think he is?
Hey, folks, I had a few of them. I had IGI guys and the warden, recommending I go down the highway right here, so I could be close to home, and it's better for my health care, my medical, and, override for medical to a lower level, because, they're doing it for the death row guys. They're doing it for a lot of other guys coming out of the RCG program. And, some of these people did uphold their word right here. IGI dude did. I know that because I read it. I got it right here in my house, in my cell. He recommended I go down the highway and for my medical issues and shit, and it eliminates any threat that they claim is existing. So, and like I said, man, DRB gave no fucking care in the world, man. They're like, whatever, dude. This is where you're going. That's that. Get out of here. Goodbye. So, for this guy, Ron Broomfield, to claim he's all about social justice and equity and reform, that's a bullshit lie, folks. And get this, I guess he's got his email address hidden or something. I don't know. But,
well, it's not standard, but we haven't really tested it. And the rule is first name, last name, but he could be Ronald or
Ronald, we'll try that, but
could be DAI at cdcr.ca.gov, because the
Yeah, we'll
title.
figure it out and let y'all know. If you guys figure it out before us, let us know. And, the thing is, I was telling my wife earlier that they're paid by taxpayers, right? Their wages come from you guys, the taxpayers. Comes from my family, my wife, all you guys. And shouldn't they have to answer to you guys? Shouldn't there be some type of forum of questions and answers where, you guys can ask them,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Where there's a Q&A sessions about what's going on in the system and how your money is being spent. Like what? There's no check and balance for these people. I mean, who the fuck is Ron Broomfield?
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Who's Ron Broomfield in the first place to come on to the scene in 2017 and just be put right at the top of the Christmas tree? I don't understand that.
Right.
Let me call back.
No, none of us understand it. Hey, Ken, I'll let Brant know you're here. Thank you for putting that together. I'm just beside myself these days. I needed a half a day off. I'm gonna be pounding that letter like you would not believe. Okay. Be sure to send them to your local politician. Be sure to carbon copy it all so that they see who's also being addressed, and they become very accountable when they're all looking at each other. And send them to me too. I want to see these letters. Brant wants to see these letters. Right on, Ken.
All right, I'm back.
So Ken's here. He says he's drafting a letter. And
what's up, Ken? Homeboy, I see him on, brother.
And he's still trying to get ahead of some big deal news outlets. Yeah.
Right on, Ken, man. I appreciate your effort, bro, and your support to the fullest, my friend. And you already know I ain't never gonna break on my end. No way, man. No way. But yeah, like I said, folks, who the fuck is this guy Ron Broomfield in the first place to come into the system at the top of the Christmas tree, right? And just to make a arbitrary decision or a vindictive decision.
I don't think there's anything arbitrary about it at all.
Right. Well, wrong word, but to make a torturous decision like that, to take what rehabilitation and reformity I did have going and make it like damn near impossible for my people to come see me. Damn near impossible for my wife to come see me. But I know we're gonna find a way. It's just like very, very difficult and stress and hardship on my family. And when I said that, the words out of his mouth was, this hearing has nothing to do with your family. And I'm like, what? Why not? I mean, you're making a decision to determine the future of my life in the prison. And you're going to tell me you're about reform and rehabilitation, but yet none of that has nothing to do with it? Man, you bumped your fucking head, old boy. I'll tell you that now. I don't know what fucking planet you're on, but you're definitely some weird shit, man. You got some weird shit going, you fucking weirdo. Now get this, folks. When I was in Corcoran in 2019, I remember I had an ICC hearing in 2019 January. And this is where I first ever seen Ron Broomfield. I seen him once. And he came to Corcoran, and I think what they were doing with him was bouncing him around to prison, getting him some experience at these committee hearings and shit. You know, and because at committee hearings, you don't have no say about nothing. You know, they usually, when it's time for you to get transferred, they usually give you two picks, this place or that place, you know. And sometimes you get a third that don't even come up, that they don't even ask you. It's just wherever they want to send you. Well, you know, at this committee hearing I was supposed to get, I was possibly going to get double cell status because in my time I've never had in-cell violence, in-cell 115s or nothing like that. So in the SHU, that's a big thing. That's a determining factor, and pretty much the main factor if you're double cell compatible. And so at this hearing in 2019 January, I had a shot, a very good shot. So I go in there, and I know they're not kicking me out. I got another year to do, maybe 8 months to do, something like that. And I'm fucking pushing for it. And Ron Broomfield goes, well, it's double cell status. And he looks to his left to the counselor, to CC2. I can't remember his name though, man, but that guy right there. And he didn't really say nothing. And then I spoke up. I went ahead and said, hey, man, I want to sell him. I don't have no in-cell violence in 25 years. I've never had a fight in the cell or nothing. You know, and he goes, oh, really? He goes, but you got a couple confidential. At that time, I only had 2 of these documents. Now I got 86. So I only had 2 of them. And he goes, I said, well, wait a minute, Mr. Broomfield. Those guys were some dope fiends, and I told them to go pay their drug debts and get out of here, you know. I told them, go pay their drug debts and to leave me the fuck alone with their issues. And so, yeah, of course they snitched on me later when they went and asked why. You know, they didn't like me telling them, go pay your fucking drug debts, man. And, well, they didn't. So they snitched on me, and I said, of course they're going to rat on me, Broomfield. I mean, goddamn. He goes, you know what? Okay. And you can see his wheels are starting to turn. Well, the IGI sergeant said something to the counselor said something, and now all of a sudden some fucking kite pops up. Like, oh, there's a kite now. Oh, shit, we got to investigate this kite. Well, no, we can't give him a celly, Broomfield. And Broomfield goes, oh, well, there goes that. Have a good one. Get out of here. You're not getting a celly. So that was it.
Wow.
And lo and behold, it was that guy that debriefed who was falsifying and forging kites, and he boasted and bragged to some Mexicans that he had over 100 forged kites and letters in circulation in CDCR prison system to all of us, to everybody trying to get us against each other. You know, and like dudes are getting kites in my name, I'm getting kites in their name, I'm getting letters in their name, they're getting letters in my name, and it's just a fucking clusterfuck. So, and then the guy was bragging about it later, that he did all that. And then he debriefed the next day after he bragged about it.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
So that was I think, and I'm pretty sure it was him, Broomfield. My one and only interaction with that guy until Friday, October 11th, you know. And I almost had him questioning the reliability of shit until that IGI guy popped his mouth open and that counselor doubled down and joined in on it against me, man. Remember, I was telling you that earlier.
Right, that was like back there at Salinas, right? Or Corcoran?
No, Corcoran SHU.
Yes.
That was in Corcoran SHU. But yeah, I almost had my double cell status, man. That would have been cool as fuck. Because then they couldn't be using none of this shit. Then they couldn't say, oh, we got this information, man, because you got to sell it. That's that. You know? And so, and they know it. That's why they didn't want me to get a celly. And get this, I forgot. After that ICC hearing I had, about a couple hours later, I go to yard, and me and my friend are on the yard side by side cages, and that counselor walked by, and I said, "Man, you're a fucking dick. You're a straight dick, you fucking chump." And he goes, "Dude, I just couldn't let you get double cell status. You were almost gonna get it. I couldn't let it happen."
Who said
I
that?
said, "Yeah, I figured that." The counselor, the guy that was sitting right there on the left side of Broomfield.
So the counselor had a hard on for you too, huh?
Yeah. But that's what he said. I just couldn't let you get double cell status. You were almost going to get it.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, again, nothing is above board. Nothing in this prison system is above board. I mean, honest, with integrity, nothing.
Yeah, we got to change all that. We got to.
Yeah, I mean, I think the public, we could push for like some type of forum, right?
Uh-huh.
Where they have to answer to you guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
The power is in the people's hands.
Mm-hmm.
Make them answer to this shit, and because your money is going to their bank account, and 150,000, 130,000, 120,000, 190,000, $200,000 a year. These people are making from your tax dollars, folks. It blows my mind that there's no check and balances to the public.
Or to their personality disorders, or their professionalism.
Right. I mean, something has to change here, man. Something has to change. And I'm not talking about going up there and asking about this crime or this murder or that murder or whatever prison issue, but make them answer to the overall system, the programs they're running, they're not running, what they're doing over here at this prison. How come the women are down there fucking burning up? How come courtrooms burning up, because of the swamp coolers, but they won't renovate and put AC in, so they'll spend the money to put those phones in the day rooms, the wall phones, 10 feet away from the cage that you're in when you use it.
You can't even reach it.
It makes no sense.
You can't reach the phone.
So, right. So, I mean, something has to be done where there's Q&As and you get real answers. Demand real answers and real change. So, I don't know. It's just an idea, folks. Just an idea me and my wife had earlier. And accountability, man. Accountability.
Mm-hmm.
For them. Because they're not God, even though they're playing God with our lives.
Absolutely.
Right? They are. If you pare it down, they're playing God with our lives. God.
Worse than a great surgeon.
Right. And they cater to the crazies and the chomos and the rapos. That's who they cater to.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm like blown away. Like, how do you cater to them people, man? But they do.
Well, then again, okay, this is coming from administration. What kind of mentality do those people have that they're enforcing these ideals on everybody else? I mean, obviously, these working stiffs have a problem with it. They're not going to say anything because they're overpaid and they know it.
Right.
But
I mean, here you got a guy. He's Broomfield's probably making $300,000 a year. I guarantee he's making that much money, and there's no check and balances for these people. Like what? No oversight from the court no more? No oversight, period? Are you fucking serious, folks?
And then there's all that side income that they have. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
I'm not even
How is
counting.
there no oversight? Wait,
I'm not even counting contraband. I'm counting how they're skimming all over the institution in every direction.
Hey, baby girl, let me ask you this. How is there no oversight in this prison system, and yet they got 50 fucking dead bodies this year? Huh.
Yeah.
And counting. And there's no oversight. And yet their big system is working, they say. Are you serious, man?
Well, not only do they say it's working,
serious?
but they got their spokesman with happy, silly faces and looking like they're getting their toes tickled while they talk. What's really going on? I mean,
they're getting their toes tickled. Oh, no, you didn't. They're getting shrimped on? Are they getting the shrimp?
Well, they seem to be giggling and happy and just really in like this is the best thing since fucking Hot Fudge Sunday. You know, I mean,
man, that shit cracks me up, girl. They're getting shrimped. They're getting their little piggy toes sucked on by the underling that's trying to move up. That's fucked up.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
You know, you guys.
Let me call back, Sugar Plum.
Okay, I posted a picture of this dude. You can take a look at him. My God, he looks like a super weirdo. I don't know. He does not exude respect. Not at all. You know, no. Anyway, I'm shut up before I get myself in trouble. Hey, everybody.
Thank you for using Global Tail Link.
Hey.
All right, I'm back.
Outlaw give you a fist bump.
Outlaw, what's up, my buddy, man? I hope you're doing well, bro. My best to you always, man. Fist bump. You know that. Fucking, yeah, baby girl. You know, hopefully we can get a movement started, man, and go strike at the Capitol or something. I don't know. Go strike and picket in front of CDCR headquarters. How about that? Let's have a fucking picket day at CDCR headquarters, man. Demand change. You know,
well, what we need to do
peaceful protest, picketing. You know.
Ken says he looks like a straight up Chester. Yeah, he looks like he's very Chestery. And
that's why he's Chestery.
Someone told us he authorized the rainbow badges on the uniforms. So that's volumes.
Someone told us that earlier, man. That he authorized the rainbow badges. Holy shit, he's a rainbow warrior. He's a rainbow warrior.
Social justice warrior. See, you're a white man with a tattoo that might imply you're like the most evil,
here we go with the stigma,
hated thing in the world. So he's playing off of it. He will never meet you on an even playing field, and so we can't deal with him in the same respect. There's no way.
No, hey folks, so what I was saying yesterday is like if you get bounce backs or you got to redo your email or whatever. Just whatever you do, don't get frustrated and detoured because, you know, my saying is don't get mad, get determined.
That's right.
Get determined, man.
Get determined.
Get determined.
And
don't stop until you get results.
We've already determined that Ron Broomfield at CDCR.ca.gov is a bad email, so it doesn't work. We haven't tested all the options, but DAI at CDCR.ca.gov is a very possible access. But also, you
right.
know,
And baby girl,
well,
that kid Kelly Walters. Let's give them their. You got their
yeah,
her
hold on a
address
second.
or
Hold
her.
on. Hold on. Hold back there, Sonny.
Go ahead.
When you send these emails out with a carbon copy to all the other officials, it's good. They're gonna be talking amongst each other. They're gonna what's this? What's this? Oh my God! Did you see this? Did you see that? And it will put a bug up their ass. I promise you. I've done this many times.
Yep.
And this is how you do it.
She's a pro at it.
So even if it doesn't get
do
to Broomfield, you still address it to him, and you send it out to everybody. And we'll figure out how to get it to his desk, or they'll make sure it gets to his desk, because it's, you know, I hope I get to see some of y'all's emails, because
yeah. Hell yeah. Send them in. Send them my wife, and we'll read them on here, folks. We'll read them on here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, and
Paul,
just understand this and know this. Mm-hmm. I truly am grateful, man.
Yeah.
For you guys just tuning in and listening to me.
Yeah.
I thank y'all, man. From the bottom of my heart, I thank y'all.
We can read them with or without your names. Just, you know, that's the message that matters. Yeah, Paul G. They're not rainbow badges. You know the thread on the edge, like they're rainbow.
Oh,
the floss on the edge of the badges is rainbow. It's pretty, yeah.
Hey, but you know what I say about that, baby girl? Listen to this, man. You know, that's what he's doing on that. You know, that's his prerogative. I don't, you know, do your thing. But be about justice and reform. I mean, social justice and reform and rehabilitation, for real.
No, honey, this rainbow shit is what do they call it? Virtue signaling. It's not progress. He's a top dog virtue signaler, and he's virtue signaling by handling either way. I mean, he's getting off on it the way a fucking little like cuckold midget would be, like putting a tiger in a cage. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I get it. I just, you know, when it comes to, you know, that type of shit, I'm just like, look, again, I said it yesterday, I don't care what walk of life you're from. Don't be a piece of shit. I mean, it's that simple. Don't be a piece of shit. Don't hurt no women. Don't hurt no children. Don't snitch on your friends. Don't snitch on nobody. Hold your mud. Stand for something, because you'll fall for anything. And if you're going to put it out there that this is what you're about, be about it. Be about it for real. And not for everybody, but one person. Not for one person and not for everybody. I mean, not just for one person and not everybody.
Right.
So, you know, practice what you're saying, man, and walk toe that line. You know, and I mean, he had options, folks. He had viable options that were even referred to him by this prison that I'm at now, and they didn't care.
Yeah, so a couple of people have been asking why, and it's like I can only.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Why is he doing this? Why is he doing this to you? And I can only think is because he's got mental emotional issues, and he's doing some kind of weirdo shit.
Well, look, man, everything is subjective. I don't know why. All I can say is this. One, I think they're a little upset that the feds didn't come get me. You know, because they actually said the feds should have came and got you. And I said, how is that my fault? Okay, so that's one. And number two, you know, they're shutting down the RCG program, and I think they would have put me in that program for maybe a year or 6 months. I don't know. But I do know they would have put me in that program. But now that it's nullified and it has dissolved, they can't put me in that program because it don't exist. So, number three, I think it's because of me being on here and exposing their truths to you guys, exposing their lies and manipulation and corruption to you guys, based on what that cop said when I was leaving that room.
What did he
Okay,
say?
and that's what I truly believe.
What did he say?
Those three things are my POV, man.
What
I had to teach him to get on that YouTube again or something, or something. It was something to that effect. I can't pin down, or make a video again or something like that. I had to teach him to make a video or some shit. Now, again, man, there's guys that I know, like Todd Asker. You know, he had to go to a building RCG program, and then, you know, fortunately for him, the attorney fought and got him out. It took 2 years, but they got him back out to a level 3 override. And I guess something happened. I'm still not sure about what exactly happened. And somebody jumped on him, or they set it up somehow, and he went to the hole. And then they, a month later, kicked him back out to another main line. So something actually happened with him, and he got to go back out to a line. And I've known a few people that have gotten out, not done nothing, everything's smooth. And I know a few people that have, and had some rocky road, but they're not even giving me that chance. And somebody told me earlier, oh, Scoops, man, they think you're going to go haywire and just start slaughtering people. Well, that's what you call Minority Report movie. You can't punish me for what you think I'm going to go do.
Well,
that's not what I'm going to go do. And I got 30 years in. I've never done nothing like that. I've never been reckless. And just abandonment of morals and my integrity and just go hurt people. I've never just done that just to do it. And so, after 30 years, a guy should have the benefit of the doubt coming, because I understand it's not given, it's earned. And I've earned it many times over. So, but hell, they don't even want to give me one chance. You know, they want to send me to some fucking weirdo unit, and I'm holding my mud. I ain't fucking saying nothing and keeping my honor intact. Man, that's fucking crazy. That's just like them illegally putting me in the PSU unit where I didn't belong, and I got a lawsuit that's going forward on them. So that might be another reason why. And then Kevin Steele, you know, he blew the whistle on them, and for some reason they connect that to me, just because I sent him to my lawyers to give the information that he had. So I don't know. There's a myriad of reasons that they could have done this, and that they did it. I don't know.
So Ken asked, can there be a public audit to the workings of CDCR and the financial statements? And I'd like to hit on that a little bit. Yes, there can, but the problem is finding people of integrity and citizen removal from all of that. See, they love to do their own audits. They love to do their own, inside stuff. If they can't get you on the inside, they'll pull you into the inside. They don't want to lose their golden goose, and they'll do anything to protect
your golden goose.
But we're working on it. We're not taking that answer. I mean, we see how they handle the press, how they handle the public. Investigators come in, they keep them sheltered. When visiting countries come in, they keep them completely isolated from the people people like Brant. Brant sees them all the time. And they're steered away from him.
David Girl. Yeah, right. Like, at one time, a couple years ago, a friend of Suki Lewis tried to come in here and talk to me, and they would not let her nowhere in my section, but they let her go down to the PC section. And then after the whole tour left, I seen them take a box of lunches in there, and they were laughing about it and joking about it, the whole 9 yards, man. It's a big fucking joke, folks. They you know, it's like they herd the tour like cattle into the pen, and then herd them back out, and that's a wrap. Like, that's it. You had your shot. That's transparency.
Well, and then they started asking some uncomfortable questions and got kicked out like 4 hours before they thought they were supposed to be done.
Oh yeah,
and that
I
was
remember that. And then
she shared that in their show. It shows everything.
Yeah, it shows everything, man. But yeah, baby girl, it's just we need some type of forum and platform and stuff for Q&As and hold these people's feet to the fire. Because
we need an organization.
They might be doing all.
You know, and there's a few
They might be doing all that to the S and Y's and giving them reform and rehabilitation.
No, but it should be available to all. They can't just cherry pick who they're going to punish.
Right. No, that's it, man. That's my whole message right there, folks. I mean, it's unbelievable that they're trying to bamboozle.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
The public and taxpayers, you guys. Let me call back.
So, I am putting it out there. I'm not one of those people that spearheads. I get the good ideas, and then I get, you know, people that are more persuasive to head them off. Like, I've always been kind of like the behind the scenes person. So, anybody there with some promotional or leadership skills that wants to get in on this and help organize a watchdog community. I think every prison should have their own community watchdog. And it should be, I got some cool ideas. I'm telling people I have some cool ideas for watchdog communities within the areas, that it should be made up of the people who live in the community and who deal with the prison but aren't employed by the prison.
Right.
And it should rotate.
They should have no ties. They should have no worker ties.
Right.
You know, now, you know, they got what you call an inmate family council, right? And all them people really do is they go into them hearings with the warden or social warden, and they get told what's going to happen. They don't, you know, it's very rarely that do they get asked about input and feedback that is honored. You know, and like you, they won't even let you on that.
When you were in Pelican Bay, they asked me to be on it, and you were on your way out. You were going to Corcoran the first time, I think. But I really wanted to be on there, and it was sad that I couldn't. And now that I want to be on it, you know, and back then you had more input. Now it's statewide, and it's basically a one-way canal from the warden to the families. Now, this is how it is.
Yeah, it's not a back and forth
as it should be.
Recommendation box or let's discuss this or that. It's just one way. And like you're gonna hold their feet to the fire, so you're the last person they want around.
Well, they wanted
some yes puppet.
You know, they like okay, when the heat issue, it's like, okay, well, we're having a heat issue. Okay, well, we'll get it to the next meeting, and they were only having quarterlies. Whereas
I know.
Back
3 months later.
Back at Pelican Bay, they were having monthly IFC meetings, and things were being discussed, I guess. I don't know. I made a good liaison there, but we were on our way out, and could have really
No, I remember, baby girl. I I remember that shit. But, you know, we got to get something going, man. We got to, folks. I guess, you know, it's too much money. Like, too much money's at play, you know? And I bet you in that DRB room, there, like I said, there were 7 people. 3 on each side, and Ron Broomfield at the top of the fucking table. And I bet you that room was $2 million a year, or $1.5 million at least. And yet they don't have nothing to answer for. They don't have no one to answer to. Are you serious, man? Are you serious? You know, and I say send your letters and emails to McCumber. Send them to McCumber too. CC McCumber, CC all them people.
And the ombudsman, and
ombudsman, everybody.
Anyone that looks like they would have some kind of input on how people are treated on that executive staff list that there's a link to on that page on the community section.
They didn't even honor what they call my medical thing, cop sheet number 2. And I think I'm supposed to be barred from going to the San Joaquin Valley prisons. And that's Corcoran, Pleasant Valley, Avenal, New Delano, Old Delano, you know. But yet they didn't even care about that either. They're like, you know, this is what's happening. This is where you're going, period. Get out of here. Goodbye. We don't care.
Right.
And I don't see how that's in my best interest for my health, my life, my rehabilitation, reform, my family. Nothing.
Okay.
And I haven't done nothing wrong. I haven't done nothing wrong to deserve adverse transfer. That's an adverse transfer, basically.
Right.
To a building that the stigma is just foul. So it's like another PSU building, pretty much. You know, and from what I'm hearing, they might be doing it to other people. Not just me.
Well,
I don't know yet.
Of course, they're doing it to others. Of course, they're doing it to others. You're not the first. You won't be the last. But it's not common. There's not a whole lot of them, so it's hard to get these people rallied up. And how many of them don't have family on the outside? Ken is saying
that's the big thing.
Ken is saying it's not about this group or that group. It's about the betterment of all the confinements of the prison systems. It's about better treatment of inmates as a whole. Exactly, but no, there's this stigma, there's this political agenda, there's this, you know, it just reeks of, like, you know, the whole be afraid of the strong white man because he's the biggest racist of all, you know, and it's like, okay, so everybody hates the white man, but the white man's the racist. I love that part. It's like they just don't see the irony. They just don't see it.
I know.
He also says he also says I believe it's going to take a major class action lawsuit from family members against the prison. Right,
Ken, you're right. And you know, the thing would be to find that one attorney that has the balls to go up against these people, because a lot of attorneys, they fear them. They're scared. They don't want no part of it, and because of the games and the lies and the manipulation that CDCR plays and their attorneys play. And
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They get paid attorneys, man. The attorney general covers their ass, and I don't think that's right. I think they should have to pay out their pocket and stand on their own 2 feet and fight their own fucking case. They shouldn't get hired guns to go into court and do their battles for them. No way. You know, under no circumstances. I think they should have to do it on their own.
You can sue them individually, but you can't incriminate them individually. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not sure about that. I mean,
I know you can sue them on an individual capacity.
You can official and individual capacity. But what I'm saying is that when they settle that suit, it's not coming out of their pocket. It's coming out of the state's pocket. When they go to court, and the ones you're going to answer for that is going to be the attorney generals. The attorney general.
Well, I
for
thought the
California.
attorney general is supposed to be on the side of the people. And now, when
Yeah,
the people are
exactly.
coming against the law, I mean, I think the
Hmm.
attorney general needs to take a better stance.
Right. Well, I think if there was like, the coalition of attorneys we did have,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hoping we can get a little help from Kelly Walters and that system down there. I mean, in Oakland,
Right.
getting her too. I
Right.
mean, I recommend it. Let her know that motherfucker needs a little bit of their help, man, like they said. So, but yeah, fuck. Yeah, I think you would take a handful of lawyers that are dedicated to the very, very
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Quite a few.
and determined not to give up and to really, really go after them and request and demand oversight, and not only that, demand to know how the money's being spent and why is it that only one side of the groups, the SOIs, are the ones being targeted for rehabilitation and reform. Why? Why are they being treated special? And babied and fucking treated like, better than anybody else, And then I hold my mind and I get treated worse than 10 of them. Fuck. And then they say, somebody told me earlier that, they heard that I might be going to look into calls and hurt a bunch of people. Come on, dude, that's fucking never been my character. I'm not changing my character. I'm not going to go hurt people for nothing. Come on, man.
You're the biggest, scariest boogeyman of all.
For them to try to use that Minority Report movie bullshit on me for shit I ain't even done, And they're like, oh, well, we believe you might go do this, so we're going to treat you like shit. What the fuck is wrong with you people, man?
Yeah, no, they've got a lot of answering to do. You can't promote yourself as a certain practice or purpose and then turn around and do just the opposite for specific individuals.
Yeah.
And we're not going to stand for it.
Yeah.
So,
No.
like I was saying before, if there's anybody in there that's interested in helping set up a watchdog system, I already nicknamed it Scope, to put these people under the microscope and in front of the telescope and make sure that what they're doing is absolutely above board. We're tired of this. We're tired of it. Yeah, there's always going to be bad apples in the system, but hopefully the bad apples in the system are actual bad apples and not just retaliation targets, because it doesn't seem to matter.
But you got here is at the top, you got the whole fucking trees bad apples. It seems like the whole fucking tree is just fucked up. It really does, folks. We'll figure something out, man. We have to, because the status quo cannot continue.
No.
Look at all these bodies they got, right? And they're saying it's a success. Like, are you serious? How is it a success?
How is arbitrarily causing people to suffer because you don't think they can, prosper when they've already proven themselves to do so? How is that? How is that a California model move? How is that progress?
Yeah. Like our friend Alice said, where's the California model for Brant, right?
Yeah.
Where's the rehabilitation for Brant? And it's just fucking bullshit, you guys. But whatever you guys do, man, all the help y'all put in for me, I truly appreciate it. So does my wife. because what they do to me affects my family, my wife, you know, and you know, that's the truth of the matter right there.
See, if they really wanted to make a difference, if they really wanted us to be on the right side of right and do everything the way they want us to do it, they'd put you in a place where we couldn't talk about anything other than all the good that they were providing you.
Right. No, I mean, you know, I'm talking about shit they don't want me to talk about
because it's in your
stains
face.
Their image.
Because it's in your face.
Man. It stains their image. It does.
Yeah, but they
don't want that.
But that's why we talk about it, because it's in your face. Now, if they put something else in your face, we talk about that instead. And it would make them look a whole lot better, but they don't want to do that.
I've said it many times. I've said it many times, man. They do good. I'll get on here and I'll announce it to you guys. I was really hoping to Friday. When I came back to get on here and tell y'all, well, I guess they fucking, you know, they're trying something different for me. But no, it was fucked up because I really wanted to come on here and announce that they're giving me a shot now, man, and I'll have to go do something and lay back and kick back and put my feet up.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Let me call back.
Oh, yes, I am angry about this stuff, and you know, there's no room to be mad. Just, we got to do what we got to do, and so we're doing it here now, and we appreciate you being here. I'm trying to put something together. But it's been a little bit of a vision of mine, and I need to bring it to full size. And just, you know, just one person though. I'm just hoping that others see the merit in having protection for the people of the tax abuses and prison abuses.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
And he's back.
All right, I'm back, baby. You know, so, yeah, man, that's the thing, folks. You know, for tonight, you know, I'm gonna share as much as I can with you because I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring or the next day. You know, and I don't know what they're gonna do when I get down there. But I only imagine the retaliations are gonna get way worse, and I'm gonna have to fight with my medical. And as soon as I hit that prison, I'm going on a fucking indefinite hunger strike. That's just, it is what it is. So just know that, guys. And, I appreciate all the effort and work you guys put in for me and my family, and you know, kicking back with us on here and hearing the truth. Baby Girl, got any questions, folks? You guys want to shoot any comments or questions? I'm waiting before we wind this one down.
You got anything? I'm asking them. Do they?
Okay.
No.
All right.
Hey, give them a minute.
Yep.
Give them a minute. Cutting them off.
I am. I'm hooked. Okay.
What? Where'd you go?
Yeah. Okay, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
All right.
But fuck, man. You guys gotta know I'm not gonna ever you know, bullshit. I'm gonna be straight with you. If they do something cool, I'll tell you. I'll tell you, man. Like this tablet, it was a cool thing. They give us our tablets. Shit, man, that was a cool ass thing right there, you know?
Yeah.
I'll give them that credit right there, but what they're doing now is even worse than what they've been doing here, man. I just hope, like, I do get some action on this vacate, my plea deal. and you know, I get to go and deal with that, and possibly come out with a better deal. Who knows? I will let you guys know, man. I will let you know. So fuck, man. Well, baby girl, we're gonna go way down. You see anything on there?
Yeah, no, and the sound's starting to get rough. So maybe it's time we just say goodnight and thank you and God bless and we love you all.
Ken, Outlaw, Paul G, Tim K, all my little respect, Sonny, everybody out there, it's the way, man. True Seekers of America, Outlaw, that's right on board.
True Seekers of America. Night the fight.
Everybody, I send my best. I send my best to the worthy. The worthy, you know who you are. I'll catch you next one, man. Maybe Wednesday. We'll see what happens. Stay solid, folks. See ya.
All right. Have a good night.